As the ABC hit series The Goldbergs nears the end of its 9th season, fans are wondering what the future might hold. The show has had to overcome some hurdles in recent years, from a change in showrunners to the death of a beloved cast member. But the hardest challenge the Goldberg has had to face in recent times has been the controversy surrounding Jeff Garlin. Last year, it was announced that some people had accused Jeff of behaving inappropriately on set. This resulted in him taking a reduced role in the series' current season. Now Jeff is gone from the show for good, and fans are wondering whether or not the series will continue. Join Facts First as we explore how Jeff Garlin's on-set behavior just got him kicked off the Goldbergs. Jeff Garlin has exited the Goldbergs. Towards the end of 2021, it was officially announced that Jeff Garlin would no longer return to play his part on the Goldbergs. Prior to the announcement, Jeff had played the character Murray Goldberg on the series for more than 8 seasons. Jeff's official exit from the show came as a result of numerous allegations that came out against the star over the course of the preceding year, with anonymous sources insinuating that it could oftentimes be a little intimidating being around Jeff due to his demeaning sense of humor and his penchant for giving unwanted hugs. At the time Jeff's exit was announced, the decision didn't come as too much of a surprise to fans of the series. Many expected Jeff to quit following the filming of the show's 9th season, but few expected Jeff to bow out while that season was still in production. The entirety of the 9th season had been scripted with Jeff's involvement in mind, though his character had been given a reduced presence to necessitate fewer filming days for the star. One might assume the producers wanted Jeff to be on set as little as possible as a result of his poor behavior, and it seems Jeff didn't want to work on the Goldbergs anymore either. As a result of the accusations, he felt inhibited while shooting the series and no longer considered the set to be a fun work environment. No specific party has come forward publicly and claimed credit for the anonymous accusations that led to Jeff exiting the series, and it seems the star had positive relationships with the majority of his coworkers. Jeff will continue performing on Curb Your Enthusiasm. It seems Jeff's sense of humor never quite fit in on the Goldbergs or its set. According to Jeff, the kind of things that the HR department got mad at him for on the set of the Goldbergs are the same kind of things that made him such a valuable asset on shows like Curb Your Enthusiasm. Jeff claims that it's in his improvisational work ethic as a comedian to constantly be firing on all cylinders, and this sometimes results in him saying things that might come off as slightly offensive. According to Garlin, he'd been the subject of an HR investigation for 3 years in a row, leading to his exit. However, it wasn't until just before his official departure that the allegations against the star started making waves in the public. The controversy came to a head when Jeff was interviewed by Vanity Fair about the allegations. Jeff claimed he was ignorant about whatever it was he had done that had upset the anonymous accusers, but that he was actively working on being a better person in general. He also claimed he was making a lot of changes to his overall workplace demeanor and that he had completely stopped all of his improvising on the Goldberg set. It seems Jeff's decision to leave the Goldbergs was a mutual one. There were fewer than a dozen episodes of the show's 9th season left to film after his departure, and it seems these episodes have all been rewritten to accommodate the actor no longer being available. Once the 9th season is over, it remains unclear if ABC will renew it for a 10th season. But a recent deal ABC made with series star Wendy McClendon-Covey suggests a 10th season without Jeff Garlin is a very good possibility. Before we tell you more about the Goldbergs moving forward, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Will the Goldbergs return for a 10th season? The Goldbergs revolves around its titular family, being led by Murray and Beverly Goldberg. While patriarch Murray was played by Jeff Garlin until his recent departure, actress Wendy McClendon-Covey plays Beverly. While both stars started out on equal footing when the series began, Beverly has slowly grown to eclipse her husband as the fan-favorite character. Because of this, Jeff leaving the series arguably didn't make as big of an impact as it could have during earlier seasons. Prior to Jeff's exit, many fans predicted he'd quit after season 9 and the show would continue for a 10th season revolving predominantly around Beverly. Now that Jeff has exited the show early, people are even more curious about whether or not this Jeff Garlin-free 10th season will happen. The Goldbergs' 9th season is set to wrap up soon, and there won't be much time left for ABC to announce a new season. A new season has premiered every fall since its premiere in 2013. Other controversies the Goldbergs has faced. The controversy surrounding Jeff Garlin is not the only one the Goldbergs has had to overcome. Early on in the series, comedian Bryan Callen was brought on to portray the role of Coach Mellor. While the role was initially small, the character became more and more popular over the course of the show's early run, leading to Coach Mellor being given an increased presence. Later, Callen was given a starring role in the 2019 spin-off series, Schooled. But in 2020, allegations came out against the comedian, claiming he had engaged in sexual misconduct. Schooled was canceled following its second season in 2020, and Bryan hasn't made any more appearances on The Goldbergs. The comedian maintains the allegations were completely false. The Goldbergs also recently suffered the loss of George Segal. George had played the character of Pops since the show's beginning. With the loss of Segal and Jeff Garlin, the Goldbergs have no patriarchs left, and it seems it will be up to Wendy McClendon-Covey to make things worthwhile for fans if the show comes back for a 10th season. There's also the fact that many fans of the series simply don't think that its current episodes meet the same quality standards as the earlier ones. Adam F. Goldberg, who also served as the series' showrunner for its first 6 seasons, created the show. Since those seasons, other writers have served in the role of series showrunner, and fans have noticed the difference. Fans seem to be particularly unhappy with this latest season, though Wendy McClendon-Covey claims the poor quality of the show's recent episodes have come as a result of Jeff Garlin's early exit messing up the writers' plans. According to Wendy, if the Goldbergs is allowed to return for a 10th season, that season will go down much more smoothly than this one, which could make it much more rewarding for fans. Fans of the Goldbergs call out fake Jeff. Fans grew particularly outraged during a recent wedding episode where it appeared as if Jeff Garlin's face had been digitally imposed onto a stand-in to make it appear as if the actor was really in the same room as his family. Footage of the scene went viral, and many people were surprised to learn that the Goldbergs was still on the air. It seems that while there are still plenty of die-hard fans, most of the world has long since moved on. If the Goldbergs is going to get renewed for a 10th season, we'll likely hear about it any day now. But regardless of whether it continues, Jeff Garlin's time on the show is over. Now it's time to hear from you. Did you know about the scandals involving Jeff Garlin on the show? Let us know in the comment section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.